Good morning. We have now moved from South Carolina to Florida. We're now in Orlando, staying at the Club Wyndham Bonnet Creek Resort. So we'll be here for 3 days, and then after the 3 days, we'll be jumping on a cruise. So let me just show you where we're staying. We're staying in a one bedroom suite at this resort. So here we have the living room with the sofa couch. Then we have different seats and chairs, a front door, got a closet there. And you have our dining area. We just had breakfast. We had breakfast of, what did we have? Orange slices, oatmeal, sausage, tea, and I had yogurt. So I always have yogurt every day. And I've talked to you about the need for me to have my yogurt. And then I also had the honey. Both of us had honey in our tea for that anti-inflammatory purposes. Here's the kitchen, because anytime I go to any kind of condo situation like this, we always cook breakfast, so we don't have to run out and find breakfast, get up early, pay for breakfast, and then it's something that we know that it's nutritional for us and what we need right then. So then we got a little balcony out here. So 2 chairs out here, balcony. We have a wonderful view of the parking lot entrance. I love to people watch, so I said, ooh, okay, this is kind of cool. I get to have a spot to people watch. Yeah, I would have loved to have been in a spot where they had a water view, but that's all cool. Then we have a king-size bed with my favorite purple pillow. And you know the story about my purple pillow, because I have allergies, so I have to bring my own pillow so I can make sure I'm not literally sleeping in dust of somebody else's pillow. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the rest of the bedroom. We have this jacuzzi tub here, mirrors, of course, towels, plenty of towels. Then we have what's so cool this time, we have 2 sinks. So he has a sink and I have a sink, so we have space for us both to have our own personal belongings with. Then we have the shower, and then we also have, I always make sure, like it when we definitely have washer and dryer, because on our last day, the day before we check out, I'm gonna wash all our clothes, and then we'll have lots of fresh clothes for the rest of the trip. So here we are. This is our 1-bedroom suite at the Club Wyndham Bonnet Resort. And this resort is on the Disney World property. So it's on the property, accessible to Disney. And then Universal Studios is nearby. There's where we are today, having a great time. Just celebrating my husband's 70th birthday. Hope you all having a great day. Bye. Now that you've seen the video of our condo at Club Wyndham Bonnet Creek Resort, let's take a brief look at the property outside of our condo. This property has a lake surrounded by 6 towers of living space. The Grand Wyndham is also on this lake, and that is a hotel, while the Club Wyndham is an all-suite type of 1-bedroom to 3-bedroom kind of living spaces with living rooms, dining rooms, full kitchens, and 1 to 2 baths rooms. Ours was a 1-bedroom suite in Tower 3. Between the towers, there are various pools and a lazy river and other activity areas, which I'll show you later in this video. And there are several restaurants between a few of the towers. In between 2 of the towers, there's a shuffleboard, just like you see here. That's really kind of cool. And then there is a putt-putt course, which hubby and I definitely took advantage of. We love doing putt-putt courses when we're on travel, when we see that near the resorts we are in, or if we're on a cruise ship. We really love doing those because it's really fun doing putt-putt course on the ship and blaming the waves or something if we couldn't hit the shot. So putt-putt's fun for us. So in this lake is full of all kinds of wildlife. We saw that heron, and then we saw the crested duck. That's that duck there, which has a little puff of hair on top of it. It was real kind of interesting just to see that, a different kind of duck. And in the water, there was turtle, koi fish, and other water mammal and reptiles. Like any other body of water in Florida, there are signs warning you about alligators and snakes. So this is not a lake to swim in. That's what the pools are for. So as we mentioned in the video, we stayed 3 nights there. We dined at one of the restaurants and we walked this entire complex. It is actually located on the Disney World property, but it's not part of the Disney World resorts. So any transportation that's available to get to the park, you have to pay for. There's a bus service that you could use, but it'll be a cost. It's with Mears. So it's just best if you stay here, you take your car and you drive that little short distance to the park. So, but the location is perfect for families, groups, and conventions. And we wish we could have had our grandson with us who would have loved this place. So hopefully, if this is a place you want to go to, check it out. Either staying at the Cub Bonnet Resort, or even if you wanted to stay at the Wyndham Grand, which is really, like I said, hotel style. Instead, it's not a all suite kind of situation there. So, but this is a great location for families, friends, conventions. Hope you have a chance to go and be there like we did. It was so much fun.